call the regular meeting of the Board of Education to order at 7 p.m. Thank you to everyone for coming, and for those that will be watching on the recording of the meeting on YouTube in the future. All members are present with the exception of Dr. Gutierrez, who is excused, and a quorum to meet tonight has been established. At this time, I invite those willing and able to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. All right, thank you. Next up on the agenda is board recognitions. The board wishes to convey heartfelt thanks and appreciation to our paraprofessionals. I have a resolution to read for the board's consideration. Milan Area Schools recognizes April 3rd, 2026 as Paraprofessional Appreciation Day, whereas paraprofessionals are essential to the mission of our district and the success of our students, and whereas paraprofessionals provide a variety of services and supports to help our students achieve success, and whereas paraprofessionals collaborate with teachers and other district staff to provide a quality educational experience for all students, and whereas paraprofessionals provide essential services within our school buildings, including support for instruction in the most inclusive setting, assistance with the social and daily care needs of individual students, numerous other tasks that contribute to educational success, and whereas the support and services provided by paraprofessionals are integral to student achievement, resulting in better, more effective schools where all students are welcome and safe. And whereas Milan Area Community Schools is committed to excellence in education and recognizes the important role paraprofessionals play in ensuring educational success. Now therefore be it resolved, the Board of Education hereby extends its appreciation to all Milan Area Schools paraprofessionals for supporting the education of our students, and be it further resolved that Milan Area Schools Board of Education strongly encourages all members of our community to join with us in personally expressing appreciation to our paraprofessionals for their dedication and devotion to their work. So, is there a motion to adopt the resolution as I read and as detailed in attachment A?
Motion by Pryor.
Support by Burdette.
I have a motion from Ms. Pryor with support from Mr. Burdette. Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none. Oh, sorry, Mr. McMahon, go ahead.
Yep, I'm going to share my comments that we have had a number of appreciation days over break, and this is one of them. And this is just a statement that represents not only the board's feelings, but the district's feelings and how much we appreciate our parapros and all the work they do. It's sometimes a thankless job and it's tireless work, but they show up every day and give it their all, and our students are for the better because of it, so we really appreciate them.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Yeah, I'll just echo that, and I appreciate the parapros that attend our meetings and are here and are interested in the district's business, so appreciate that as well.
Agreed, thank you. Any other comments from the board members? Yes.
I'll just add additional thanks and just in my experience with paraprofessionals in our district, as well as in my current role, it's an integral piece of what we do here, and it makes the education of our students possible. So thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I was going to wait till board comments, but
Yes.
I just want to also thank all of our paraprofessionals. I mean, you deal with our most vulnerable students, and you give it your all, and we just appreciate all that you do. I know the parents appreciate all that you do, the staff and the admin do, but I just thank all of you, because I know it is sometimes thankless work, and sometimes I know you feel overlooked, but I hope that everyone knows that we do see you, and we know how important all of you are to all of us. So thank you. And thank you especially to all of you who come to the board meetings and really take an interest in what we're doing here, and really participate, because your input is invaluable. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from the board? Okay, Ms. Murray.
Heika,
Yes.
Murray, yes. Pryor,
Yes.
Sislo,
Yes.
Burdette,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
and motion carries 6-0.
Okay, thank you. We will now move on to student board member comments. It does not appear Ms. Heike will be here tonight, so we'll move on to the area of communications and engagement, which includes our first public comment period. Mr. Sissel has agreed to serve as tonight's timekeeper. Be advised that this meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public meeting. There are 2 times for public participation during the meeting as indicated on the agenda. When addressing the board, you will be asked to state your name. The board determines the amount of time granted to individuals or groups to speak. Each person shall be allowed to speak up to 3 minutes. Board members may question speakers but are not obligated to answer questions or make statements or commitments in response to issues raised by the public. In general, such items will be referred to the superintendent for advisement, investigation, study, and/or recommendation, or designated as future agenda items for board consideration. Are there any students wishing to address the board with public comments tonight? Are there any members of the public that would like to address the board with public comments? So when you step up to the microphone, you'll need to press a button there so that the microphone is on. Yep.
My name is Jenny Elrod. My daughter's 9 and in 3rd grade at Simons. On Monday, March 23rd, my daughter was called the B word and told she's on a kill list. No one wants a call at work from the principal saying there's an incident and hear the words kill list. The threat was determined transient. The student who said these things got a 2-day in-school suspension and then back to the classroom, the same classroom. I hope and assume there's more interventions happening for that student. For my daughter, this is a very real threat. She believes she's in the room every day with someone who wants to kill her. I emailed all of you and requested that she be removed from the classroom. That request was denied, but here's some safety measures we're putting in place. The student can't talk to her, be near her, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. In the same room, though. We do not believe there's a safety risk in these situations. We're putting these measures in place to provide proactive steps to give you and your daughter peace of mind, okay? So backpack checks, cool. Are there not scissors, pencils, feet, and fists a millisecond and 2 steps away in the classroom? Additional adult support, great. No one can be everywhere at once. Separation of the student from my daughter in all areas of the school. We have different definitions of separation because in the same classroom does not seem like separation in all areas of the school to me. Weekly check-ins with Ms. Schwartz. That's great. Who wouldn't like that? I love her. I'd also love a weekly check-in. The ability to contact home if she feels like she needs to. Yesterday, this is 3 days back in the classroom together, this student sat down right next to my daughter. 3 days in, already can't abide by these restrictions. My daughter got up and moved, as she should. Nothing happened between them or anything. Probably this kid just, I don't think she was trying to get her or anything, but that happened. Can't abide by the restrictions set in place because you can't separate them in a classroom because that doesn't make any sense. The M step was today. Go to school, learn, focus, have fun, learn, but keep an eye out for this person that you think wants to kill you. Are you kidding me? Do you hear this? Learn a lot, focus on learning, but also, watch your back. This is insane. She is 9. You said in your email to me, we understand this may not alleviate your daughter's fears. I can't believe you put that in writing. That is insane. You acknowledge her fear and you keep her in that space. I am shocked that you put that in writing. You filled out your 9 million page document of the sea stag for this other kid, getting her help, getting her whatever she needs. Great. That's good. Great. Great. Where's the document ensuring my daughter's emotional safety and physical security at school, other than these safety measures that are clearly like tissue paper thin? Where's all that for her? You're not taking into account the reality of the person impacted here. She is 9 years old, she still plays with baby dolls, and she is faced every day with someone she truly believes wants her dead.
Looks like it is. The red light's on. Hi, I'm Ashley Eichner-Pendle. I had just a few comments in regards to the paraprofessional appreciation that you guys just spoke of.
I would love it if the district would consider ways to maintain the fabulous paraprofessionals we still have. I have a son at Paddock and I have a son at Simons, and both of my students are going through great changes with their paras. My nonverbal kindergartner has lost 2 paras this year and is on his next batch. And now due to some no help at Simon, Mrs. Rice went and had a baby, but that doesn't count. But there's been change in staff and stuff like that. So I understand that you guys just negotiated contracts, but I would really like it if you would please keep in mind when you're paying people so little to do such an important job, you may attract the wrong kind of people. That happens. People like me, parents who depend heavily on paraprofessionals in intimate ways with my nonverbal student. I'm crazy and want to know who's with my kid anyways, even when they are quality. But I would love for the district to consider that. Like I said, I know you guys just did the contracts and all that good stuff, but when we're not paying people what they deserve, benefits, pay, we're going to get maybe what we're paying for. And my kids are the ones who pay for that. So speaking for other parents who depend heavily on paraprofessionals at school, please consider what we're offering. I also would like to ask the district to consider, please, when we are getting ready they're going to send out a survey to us about qualities we're looking for our students and teachers going forward in elementary. I know they do the pairing early, so I would love to know who is going to be paired as a paraprofessional with my nonverbal son, or my son who is on the opposite side of that, overly verbal, we'll call him. Not only does it benefit me, because I worry who's with my baby, because he can't come home and tell me. I know what happens at Oscar's Day when I look in his book bag and read the daily reflection sheet that I send in. That's what I know. Or if I get a call from the teacher, which doesn't happen often. But I think that for the paras and the students and the teachers, staff in general, would greatly benefit knowing who they're going to be paired with early, instead of finding out on the first day, because that was my experience for my kindergartner, my nonverbal kindergartner. I was just supposed to drop them off, be like, well, don't know who your para is, but I'll see you at 3, that doesn't work for me. So I would love if we could, I said I know you just did the contracts again, but if we could think about how we're treating our paras, we can put it in a resolution to say how much we love them, but let's pay them and let's make sure that we're still keeping good people, because we just lost 3 really amazing paraprofessionals from the elementary schools. So thank you.
My name's Jennifer Corker, and so because I'm here supporting my friend Jenny, who is going through a really difficult time with her daughter, and I'm here, I thought I should just say a few things to the experience that I've had with my son at Simons. So he was punched a few weeks ago when he was at Breakfast Club, and no one called and told us that happened. Regardless if he was the one punching or if he was the one being punched, as his parent, I want to know that happened. When I messaged about that, I got a pretty antagonistic email back by the coordinator for childcare saying that she knows Roman and he knows that he can come to them and he was safe and all of these things. Feeling very dismissive of the fact that there was an issue at school, and as his parent, I was not notified. I don't think he would have told me himself, because that's kind of his MO, to not talk about difficult things. Luckily, I have friends in the community, and he has friends that I find out about these things. But it does feel like this year is pretty violent, from what we've heard, and different children being choked, being hit with a lunchbox at school, someone being hit, like Roman being punched, what Jenny is talking about. There's a real concern as parents for what our children are experiencing when they're at school, and what the follow through is for these kind of behaviors that do seem a little bit off the charts. From what we've experienced in the past. So I just want to say that I support Jenny. She's a great parent, and I would feel the same way if that was my child who was going through that, and my own child. We've been through some of that, situations that are less than ideal. So thank you.
Moved by Heike.
Support by Murray. Thank you. Burdette,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
Heike. Yes. Murray, yes. Pryor,
Yes.
Sislo.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0.
Moved by Heike.
Support by Sislo.
Motion from Ms. Heike with support from Mr. Sislo. Is there any discussion? Proceed with the vote, Ms. Murray.
Thank you. Farrow,
Yes.
Heike,
Yes.
Murray, yes. Pryor,
Yes.
Sislo,
Yes.
and Burdette.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0. And if you'll pass the envelopes toward the center, please.
Moved by Sislo.
Support by Pryor.
Heike,
Yes.
Murray, yes. Pryor,
Yes.
Sislo,
Yes.
Burdette,
Yes.
and Farrow.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries 6-0.
Okay, next up.
Moved by Sislo.
Support by Burdette.
Right, I have a motion from Mr. Sislo with support from Mr.
Thank you. Heike,
Yes.
Murray, yes. Pryor,
Yes.
Sislo,
Yes.
Burdette,
Yes.
and Farrow.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries 6-0.
Next up.
Moved by Burdette.
Support by Heike.
Thank you. Murray, yes. Pryor,
Yes.
Sislo,
Yes.
Burdette,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
and Heike.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries 6-0.
Motion by Pryor.
Support by Burdette.
Pryor,
Yes.
Sislo,
Yes.
Burdette,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
Heike. Yes. And Murray, yes. Motion carries 6-0.
Okay, in the area of academic.
Moved by Heike.
Support by Murray. I just want to thank all of our staff at the adult education program for all of the work that they do, and I'm excited to hopefully attend the graduation this year. And yeah, early congrats to all the graduates. All right, Sislo,
Yes.
Burdette,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
Heike,
Yes.
Murray, yes, and Pryor.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries 6-0.
Moved by Heike.
Support by Murray.
So this is an update to a policy which reading it and when someone brought it to me, I was shocked that we missed it all this time. We talk continuously about keeping a fund balance of 10%, and somehow in our policy it said 5. So we did update that to reflect the correct number and are voting on that tonight. So thank you. that.
Any further discussion? Okay, Ms. Murray.
Burdette,
Yes.
Pharaoh,
Yes.
Heike,
Yes.
Murray, yes, Pryor,
Yes.
and Sisler.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries 6-0.
All right, we're now back to public comments. Are there any additional public comments? Just a reminder that the same rules described in advance of the first public comment period apply here. Kindly keep your remarks to 3 minutes or less. Make sure the microphone is on, Ms. Elrod.
I'm Jenny Elrod. This morning at drop-off, I saw an unfamiliar face. I asked my daughter if that was a new para or something, and she said that that was this student's close relative. And I was like, what? I looked at the staff directory. It's interesting that a teacher consultant is this student's close relative. I am feeling very uneasy about all of this. I'm sure I'll be assured that this has no bearing on anything. This person had nothing to do with any of this, blah, 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 blah. No, nothing with the plan, discussion, disciplinary actions, whatever. But you think there aren't like break room chats, hallway talking? Right, give me a break. Also, the other student can have these restrictions, which they may or may not be following, may or may not be worried about, but they know someone is in that building that is very close to them, that cares about them, and have that comfort. My daughter doesn't have that. She's navigating that building every day with all these people on her own, avoiding a child that she thinks wants her dead. At the end of this meeting, when you all do your little thing where you go up and down and talk, I'm assuming you're going to address something about this, that, you know, I don't know everything, right? All this stuff, confidentiality, discretion, FERPA. I'm learning about lots because I've been reading a lot. That there's just stuff that I don't understand, that I just don't get. And an assurance, of course, that there could never be a conflict of interest here, that the close relative of the student that threatened my daughter happens to be a teacher consultant. That would have no business, you know, no bearing on anything. This sounds and looks worse and worse the further this goes on. There is no information that I don't have that would make putting my daughter in this environment a reasonable outcome. The factor that is not considered here is the victim of a terrifying threat. Intent or not, she believes it, and you can't unring that bell for her. You have discretion, you're using it wrong. I'm also kind of fearful, because of my emotions now, that some kind of punitive action might happen with my daughter because of how I'm talking here tonight, and that is why I asked for assurance that she not be removed from the classroom. And I'm saying it here so it's like on record. You've been pretty clear in your email that you're only concerned with one party, and part of getting an education is being emotionally and physically safe so you're able to learn. And how can you learn when you feel afraid and your trusted adults aren't protecting you?
Thank you for your comment. Are there any others that would like to address the Board of Education? Okay, thank you. Next up on the agenda is Ms. Bookout with Assistant Superintendent comments.
Thank you. So I wanted to provide a brief update on our spring assessment schedule because spring testing is already in full swing across the district. So at Simons Elementary, our students took the math M-STEP today, and they will be taking the ELA portion next Tuesday. At the middle school, our 8th grade students completed the PSAT. Next week is going to be a big testing week for our high school students. On Tuesday, our 9th graders will take the PSAT, as well the 10th graders, and the 11th graders will take the full SAT with essay. The following day on Wednesday, our 11th grade students will also be taking the new WIN Readiness Work Readiness Assessment. This is a brand new assessment this year that replaces the ACT work key. So I wanted to share some information so that people understood what that new assessment will look like. It is brand new and it measures workplace skills in 3 areas: math, reading, and data. Students will receive a score from level 1 to 5 in each of those 3 areas. Students who score at least a level 2 in all areas will be awarded a national work readiness credential, whereas a level 1 in any area means a credential will not be awarded. And there's various levels of work readiness depending on their level. So as this is our first year with the assessment, we're excited to see what those results will look like, and we'll be reviewing those results closely to determine where our student performances are and to support their readiness for college and career readiness. On a non-testing note, I wanted to share that parent feedback forms are going to be sent out to current Paddock and Simons families early next week. Those forms provide an opportunity for families to share input about their child as the building teams start to prepare class placements for the following school year. And that feedback is a very important factor that I know all of our building placement teams consider as they create those balanced classrooms that help set our students up for success. So I want to encourage our Paddock and Simons families to make sure you're checking your email early next week for those so that you can make sure you get those in before the deadline, which is April 24th. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Ms. Bookout? Okay, next up on the agenda, Superintendent McMahon. Do you have any comments?
Mr. Farrell, thank you. I have a few. I want to share highlights from the recent choral festivals. They occurred previously, but Mrs. Powell just helped me assemble all the results. We had another successful year, and it's still continuing for the high school. So the middle school 6th through 8th choir, they went to the District Choral Festival on March 6th. They earned a 30 out of 30 on their sight reading competition or assessment, as well as an overall excellent rating, which is the highest available. The high school choirs, there's 2 of them, performed at their District Choir Festival on March 12th. The concert choir earned a 29 out of 30, and the chamber choir earned a 30 out of 30 on their sight reading assessments. Both choirs earned an excellent rating, and the chamber choir advanced to state solo ensemble, which I believe is at Jackson Northwest High School. Just clarified that with Mr. Burdeck, his daughter's there, and I think it's this week. I want to remind the community about the upcoming Big Red Board Chat next Thursday, April 16th. That's at 6:30 at Simons. I also want to discuss or share with the community and the board the recent appreciation days that have been, a couple happened over break, which sometimes that happens. On April 2nd, we had World Autism Awareness Day. That's right on the heels of March being the Developmental Disabilities Appreciation Month. April 3rd was Paraprofessional Appreciation Day. I appreciate the board for the resolution acknowledging them. April 4th is Librarian Appreciation Day, and this week, April 6th through 10th, is Assistant Principal Appreciation Week. The board approved the 10 graduates for adult ed, but the ceremony will be held on May 20th at 7 p.m. at the high school. We're looking forward to celebrating this year's adult ed graduates. Bless you, Margaret. Superintendent, excuse me, I'm going to share that we're conducting a stakeholder survey from all of our stakeholders, so students, parents, and staff. It'll be April 20th through May 8th. We'll be distributing the survey to parents via school messenger. Staff will be internally. You'll get that prior to the survey window. And also want to share with the community that we are now accepting school choice applications for next year. Interested applicants can contact Sarah Beckman in our office here, or you can click on our website. There's a school of choice link at the bottom of the prospective families pages, which can be reached from our main page on the enroll button. That's it for me.
Any questions for Mr. McMahon? Okay, we'll move on to board member comments. Any board member comments tonight? Mr. Burdett?
I'll just keep it short. I just wanted to throw out a few plugs. The state choral festival for the high school students is this Friday at Jackson Northwest, for the chamber choir specifically. They always do a really, really good job. So if you happen to be able to make it out there at 5 o'clock on a Friday night, you'll see me there, but hopefully I'll see some more other people there as well. I also wanted to plug the middle school play Newsies coming up the last weekend of April, opening night being the 24th, taking place at Milan High School. Both of my kids have been involved in Newsies at different spots multiple times, and it's a really, really nice show. So I'm sure the middle school is going to do a great job, and definitely go see that. And then lastly, I am registered to go to the MASB Spring Conference in Lansing, and I'm registered for 6 classes on that weekend, and I just want to thank the district to be able to go and do those things to improve my skills as a board member. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other board comments? Ms. Pryor?
I want to remind everybody that now that we have the board member dates, I will be putting on the table of contents all the policies to review as we go forward, till they're done. So they'll be listed on there and they'll be on the Dropbox. The adult graduation and senior night last year were on the same night. I just want to hope that's not the same way this year. Okay, yay. And that I hope everyone had a really great break. How I can always tell is the traffic's better in town. It's easier to get to places. So I hope everyone had a great break, and I could tell you were back in school. We were all back in school this week. GMACF grants, the application deadline is April 15th. So if you are a nonprofit public institution that is seeking a grant, they're only having grants this time twice a year. So it'll be April and October for small grants to help your organization in our town in the greater Milan area. Please submit them so your projects can get funded. And that's all I had to say.
Thank you. Any other board member comments? I'll go before you then.
Okay, go ahead.
Just a few things. In terms of our continued review of board policies, I encourage the board to read and review policies 3204 through 3303 prior to the April 22nd board meeting. Also, Superintendent McMahon and members of the board are hoping to continue discussions with the MEA, and we hope to discuss the next school year calendar soon. I too am also attending the MASB Spring Institute in Lansing on May 1st and 2nd. I just want to extend my thanks to the district for supporting our educational endeavors that way. So that's all for me. Ms. Murray.
Someone else want to go? No, it's fine. I'll just mention it briefly. Wanted to have the flyer. Okay, thank you. First, apologies for my absence at our last meeting. It seems like a small forever ago that I sat at the board table because of spring break, but I wanted to thank Ms. Pryor for standing in as secretary. I appreciate you, as always, being willing to do that. I wanted to briefly thank the staff at the middle school and administration for putting together another year of sixth grade camp at Store Camp. It still is one of my favorite things ever. I've been telling everyone to please pet a turtle for me. But it takes a lot to get that program up and going every year and make sure that kids are in travel groups and that there's enough chaperones and that everyone has a lunch and buses, and it just goes on and on. So I just wanted to thank the team that makes that possible every year. It's a wonderful outdoor education experience for our students and a long-standing tradition here in Milan. Another brief congratulations to our graduates from the adult education program. Thank you, Mr. McMahon, for sharing the date. I was going to share that as well, so I look forward to May 20th, where we get to celebrate them, and would encourage the community to do the same, congratulate them. And finally, thanks, Mr. Burdett, for plugging Newsies. Please come watch what happens. It's a quote from the show. Our students are just incredible. I'm biased, but it's going to be a great show. And then finally, I just was checking my email earlier this evening, and I have Wiser training, so I just thought I would mention that for the good of the board to remind us to complete our security trainings for the cybersecurity that we are required to do. And I believe that is it for me this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Hick, do you have any comments tonight? Okay. Any other board comments? All right. With no further business to conduct, the meeting is adjourned at 7:34.